Have you practiced your speaking today? Have you ever tried to be a natural speaker? So let me show you some tips and tricks and strategies to improve your speaking. And no matter what it is, just try to follow me up to the end of this video. It matters to me a lot. And please subscribe to my channel not to miss any of my uploads recently. So let's get into it. The first thing is about practicing regularly. So here, consistency talks first. Because if you don't have any discipline, you don't have any consistency. To be consistent needs to be disciplined. Put it in your schedule. And there's a difference between these two sentences. I want to do it and I do it now. Just say I do it now. And put it into practice. Otherwise, just put everything else into rubbish because nothing is important except your consistency and doing it now. Just try to join speaking clubs. Join the groups where you can find lots of people speaking English. Share your ideas with them. Just talk to them, no matter whether you're right or wrong. Just try to do it. Failure is more important than not trying. Just try to do it. Let's get into the second step. And the second tip or strategy, it's about vocabulary size. Most of the time, teachers and instructors are giving students some tips and strategies about improving their vocabulary because they think it's important. I also know and also agree on that point that it is important, but the thing which is important, actually students are not focusing on it. Because here, the size is not important. It is not important how many words you know. For example, I might know thousands of words, but how many of them are used in English speaking? This is important. For example, here, when you want to talk to the people, mostly use maybe just 300 to 400 words. So try to master the vocabulary and the words which are really crucial to communicate with other people. But people are just trying to memorize the words, memorize collocations, memorize, for example, jargons, memorize, for example, the kinds of idioms. But here, the important thing is just to have intelligibility, to have comprehension, to understand the people and to make yourself understood. I prefer to study only 5 words a day, but with all details. For example, firstly, I want to practice the vocabulary, actually the first word. I want to focus on its spelling, its pronunciation, its usage, its synonyms, antonyms, if any. It is better because in its definition, you can understand many other words which are included in that definition of the word. So I prefer this way. Just try to do it slowly but effectively. This is the key to improve your vocabulary size. Let's get into the third tip and trick. It is called listening actively. Watch the videos, listen to audio tracks, listen to podcasts, everything else. But try to remember a few things. Firstly, your listening video or audio track should be in your own level. Try to start it from easy things. Imagine, as I also shared that in my other video, that if you want to go to the gym to lift 100 kilos, right? For the first day, it's so hard. Why? Because you don't have its capacity to lift it. So when you want to watch something which is complicated, it's too hard to comprehend it. It's so hard to your stomach to digest the food which is so hard. Something like that to make it more natural. So try to just start your video or audio track the process with something to be easy. Next, try to listen to it many times because the more you listen to it, the more you get lots of inputs and becomes somehow easy and simple. Besides, you can also focus on the vocabulary part of that listening. For example, you can have specific notebook to write down the most important words and the most important expressions or things which are new to you. Just write them down and focus on each section separately. So here, two other things also really crucial. But I want to tell you in the fourth step. So in the fourth step, just try to be yourself. So how? So we call it shadowing. This strategy is very popular among students and really the people who want to improve their speaking fluency and naturality. So how to do it? This is also a question that you might have in your mind. Whenever you want to start this process, just try to imitate and repeat. So most of researchers and most of people who have done some surveys, who have done some studies in this area to find something, they found that two things are really crucial and effective and efficient, namely repetition and imitation. Why? Because the more you repeat things, the more you're improving your subconscious mind. You become automatic. So try to repeat it as much as possible. For example, you've got the important sentence, you've got the important expression. Just pause the video and repeat it many times. By the time you get used to that expression, to use it every day and to just put it in your own language. Next, you have to imitate it the way you hear that in that video. For example, that person says a sentence, just try to say it again with more energetic tone of voice and try to follow the same pace. Try to follow the same rhythm of language. Try to follow the same pronunciation. So just try to pick a side. For example, do you want to be American or British? So practice that way up to the end of your journey to learn English. If you want to be British, so try to learn it from the beginning. Try to learn RP, for example. Try to know how to articulate single sounds, how to articulate everything else. If you want to be American, so try to listen to the things which are purely recorded in the American accent. So try to watch the native speakers. So that's all that I had today. And just try to follow these tips and tricks. I promise that they will work. And follow them up to the end of your journey. Slowly but effectively. And never leave it in its half. Because to have good consequences, you have to be consistent and disciplined. Thank you so much up to this moment. Drop your comments, drop your reviews, drop your questions if you got any. It matters to me a lot. Thank you so much.